Have you ever been stuck in a meeting and just feel like it's the biggest waste of time? Thinking, when is this meeting going to be over? It keeps going on and on and on, and we're not being productive. Well, I have some tips to make this meeting go well for everyone, including the introverts. Hi, I'm Sarah Lewis, and I am the founder of Introverts Emerge. And so many of us feel that our meetings are a waste of time and that they really could have been an email. So to make meetings more productive and more enjoyable for the whole team, including the quiet ones, I have a few tips to share with you today. And the first one is to stick to the meeting agenda. So again, our time is valuable and we want the meeting to stay within the parameters, so maybe like an hour long of the meeting. So firstly, you have to know what the goal of the meeting is. Is the goal of the meeting to be like team building? If it is, that's great. It could be a team building meeting, but there still needs to be an agenda, like having specific questions about what to ask the team, or maybe even doing an assessment ahead of time. And then as you come together, you have the results and everyone can discuss them. So one I like is the Spark Type assessment, which you can find at sparktype.com. And it's an assessment designed by a guy named Jonathan Fields, but it tells you about the work that lights you up. So this would be a great team building activity that you can do during the workday and doesn't have to be after hours, as many team events are. But if you just need an icebreaker to get the meeting going, then have one specific question in mind. And that can be, what book are you reading right now? Or does pineapple belong on pizza? Because that's a very controversial topic and people will definitely have opinions about pineapple on pizza. Okay, so that is tip number 1, is have an agenda and stick to it. Tip number 2 is to start on time. So yes, there are introverts that will always be late, and yes, there are introverts that will always be on time. So the idea is to please the ones who are on time, who show up and show their trust and value everyone's time, and that will train the other employees, regardless of introvert or extrovert, to be on time for the meetings. So when the meetings start on time and they don't always start late because you're always waiting for the late people to come, this trains those late people that they need to come on time because there will be no waiting for them. So they will miss information if they don't start on time. Hey, are you liking these tips? And would you like more tips and more information about staying joyful as an introvert? Well, I encourage you to sign up below for my free training. It's called the 5 Habits of Joyful Introverts. So go ahead and click the link below and I will send that free training straight to your email inbox. Tip number 3 is to leave time at the end of the meeting for additional thoughts. So the people who are in the meeting, who are the ones who are very talkative and readily offer their opinions and information, those are the ones who will be guiding the meeting. However, there are the quieter ones who prefer to listen, and these are generally, but not always, your introverts. They will be listening for all the information before they offer their opinion. So leave 5 to 10 minutes at the end of your meeting for time for discussion. This also helps avoid a decision made on groupthink, whereas the group just goes with the one person who's talked the most. When you leave time at the end of the meeting, it gives everyone an opportunity to speak up if they want to, and contribute maybe a new thought or a different direction for the decision or for the meeting or for the project to go in. However, as a bonus tip, I would say do not single someone out. Some people are okay with being singled out and some people are not. So if you really want someone's opinion and you know that they may be a little uncomfortable sharing it or maybe need some more time to process, don't say, "Hey, Sarah, I knew you've been quiet. What do you think about all this?" So that person may not really want to be singled out, but they may want to offer their opinion in a different way. So the idea is to open up discussion for anyone to speak up at the end of the meeting so they have their chance to share their thoughts. And lastly, my fourth tip is to take a mental processing break at the end of the meeting. So this goes for everybody, including the person who's running the meeting. So if the meeting has to end with a big decision made, or if maybe people got like a little under each other's skin during the meeting, if it was like a heated topic and people got flustered or emotional in any way, taking a processing break at the end of the meeting will help to restore a more baseline mental attitude. So you take a processing break. So that means right after the meeting ends, it's recommended that everyone take a break. So that could be they just go for a short walk around the block. So maybe just 5 to 10 minutes of fresh air, just simply stepping outside, giving the introverts some space and a little bit of alone time just to organize their thoughts. Or maybe that could mean going to pick up coffee or having a water break, but some sort of break rather than diving back right into work will be very beneficial for everyone to organize their thoughts, to gain their emotions back in control, and have a more productive day. Okay, so those are my tips, and I would love to hear in the comments below which one resonated with you. And lastly, if you'd like more information like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel and check out my social media links below.